Hey everyone, welcome back to another episode of Life Agency. What the fuck? This week, this is Danielle.
And Lisa.
Oh my gosh.
This has been quite a week.
No, it was an amazing start.
Yes.
Hayden got married.
So weird. That was so beautiful. I mean, not weird. Odd. I mean,
I know.
It's so surreal is what it was.
So the day after, Jared and I literally in all honesty, I was like near tears a lot because I was like, and even sort of like talking about it like chokes me up a little bit because I was like, it's like my first baby. And it brings back this like flood of like memories and emotions. It's not like she's dead, right? She just got married. But you start to kind of think about, and I went through so much with her as like a mom and a really young mom and a single mom that I was like, oh my gosh, it's my first little baby. And she's married. It's one of those moments that you know is gonna happen, but you don't actually think it, right? I'm still not comprehending the fact that I'm old enough to have a child that's married, but
yeah.
I don't know. Yeah, there's that. But it really was. It was beautiful. It was a very simple wedding. I certainly could not have done what I did without the people that were there to help and make sure that things went as smoothly as they did. So, you, Brian, Emily, and Todd, and everyone else that was there for us, it was, yeah, like my sister-in-law with all the photography, like I just could not have done half of what we got done that day or leading up to that day without those people. But, and Hayden's dad, her biological dad, he was actually amazing. We haven't always had this like great relationship leading up to how old she is.
Yeah.
But he was great, and my family had a lot of great things to say about him on her wedding day. So that really meant a lot to me because I know that kind of those kinds of relationships can be really, really difficult for kids and for families.
Oh, yeah.
And so I really owe him a lot for being the person that he was that day, and that his girlfriend, Drea, really stepped up, and she was amazing. His family was amazing. Yeah. So my heart was super full, and I can't believe it. I still just can't believe it. Like,
I can't either.
No, we literally keep looking at each other and we're like, she's married.
You are now somebody's mother-in-law, father-in-law. It's weird. It's just a weird concept.
I know.
But it was really cute. It was beautiful.
I keep saying this, as long as I don't have grandkids anytime soon, bold. I know. Golden. Okay, so the what the fuck is this opening? You guys. It's like not funny. For those of you that aren't listening, I run another podcast that's with the nonprofit that I run. I'm the founder of a nonprofit, and there are amazing people that are part of this organization, my husband included. And there's this person that I had done some volunteer work with another nonprofit here in the Valley that is like trolling, is the only word I can use, me, to the point that there's like legal action right now. And I keep getting these ridiculous emails that are forwarded to me from my attorney. And the stuff I'm reading in here, I'm like, what the fuck? Like, stay off ChatGPT, Eric. It's like the only thing I can say. It is like this person who claimed to have nothing all of a sudden wants $300,000 from me. And he keeps saying in these emails, like, you're all about money, you're all about this, you're all about that. Hi, anyone that listens to this podcast and knows me and knows Lisa, like, it's the last thing we're all about.
Yeah.
It is the last thing that we're all about. And I'm sorry, you're the one asking for $300,000 of what? Like, you didn't have it before, and now all of a sudden you're owed this? I don't think
Right.
so.
Yeah. Not even a
Yeah.
little bit. No.
No.
And in
I
the
s
end, it's crushing and stepping on and crushing, chewing up and spitting out the whole point of what he thinks he's doing or was doing, is doing,
Right.
whatever, and what you are doing, which is being out there to help people. Nothing was taken from him. Whether he
Huh.
thinks so or not, it was not. If
No.
anything, more people are out there doing this now. Right? Isn't that the goal? Isn't that the goal? And I don't know that I would spend all my time, whether it was true or not, and it's not, putting my time into that when my goal and purpose is to be out there and to help people with what I can do, which he did before you. So why does he think he can't do it after? Right?
Uh, right. And you know what's so funny is last time we were together and we recorded, I can't even recall if it was on like our actual episode or if it was you and I just having like candid
Mhm.
conversation, but I literally broke down and I was saying how hurt I was feeling that I even had to go this route with him because I don't ever want to do this to someone that I feel like he deserves this chance to just go do what he's doing.
Mhm.
Are you kidding me? Is that coming from someone that's like, you deserve to go to, like, fuck off, dude. At this point, that is where I am now.
Yeah.
The emails I'm reading today that he has forwarded over to my counsel, I'm like, you're not thinking straight.
No.
I've done this before. I've had people screw me over before.
Mhm.
You clearly haven't. You don't know what it actually really feels like.
Yeah.
And I fought a battle for 2.5 years because someone actually screwed me over. And it's like I literally broke down talking to you saying,
Mhm.
I don't want to do this. I don't want to be this person. I want him to see that like what he's doing and saying is not real. Like my heart hurts for him.
Yeah.
And here we are, like, I don't
And
even
that,
know.
yeah, it's like basically his imagination has gone berserk, is what this is, because there's no validation in any of it. And I just, and
No, so a few weeks back, he posted on social media all of these complaints that he made against my company, against me, against the president of my nonprofit, who also was a volunteer for him. And, some of them were, like, to the FBI, and one of them was to the attorney general's office. So, as you can imagine, people get pretty, like, as a business owner and as a really good person, those things hurt when you see
yeah.
them. No one wants to see those things, like, against your name, so I was like, "God, what the hell?" Like, this is so stupid, and I went through the social media route and I thought, "Okay, well, we're gonna go through and we're gonna complain through social media route, and we're gonna say, like, take this stuff down." Well, the freedom of speech stuff in social media is actually pretty shitty, and they let people keep this stuff up, which I think is terrible.
Mhm.
Um, so to anyone listening out there, don't do it. Um, People aren't as strong-minded as you think that they are. Uh, I am totally fine, but I can only imagine the things that he was putting up about me. Had that been someone else,
Yes.
this could have been catastrophic. And people don't know how to handle things, and they've done things that are terrible to themselves. And so I can only imagine what way that could have gone for someone else. So social media says, like, well, he didn't break any rules, so they're not going to take it down, which again, I think is a fucked up law.
Mhm.
So anyone out there wants to change that, please lobby to do that. That would be amazing. Well, doesn't come down. I take screenshots of all this stuff, send it over to the legal counsel. And so we have all of that. And so fast forward to today or yesterday, I talked to Jared and I'm like, hey, like, I would really like to know where this complaint went with the AG's office. So Jared like walks into my office today and he's got this like huge grin on his face as I'm on the phone with a client and he's like laughing. I get off the phone and I walk out, I start eating lunch and he's like, yeah, they're like, this didn't go anywhere. We told Mr. Eric Sanchez that that's not even warranted and we sent him a letter.
Yep.
Yet in all of the correspondence that he's sending, I just read to you, you know, he's claiming all these things are going to happen, that there's going to be a jury trial. Like, what?
Nothing has happened here that would
Not yet.
ever involve a jury
Not,
trial.
I mean, not yet. Fine if it
No.
does. Fine. I've got all the evidence. I mean, that's fine. Like,
Yeah,
we
I
have
know. It's
everything.
just a massive waste of time and money for
I agree, but it's like, don't.
imagination.
Yeah. Don't. And don't forget that the money that you did get, I have bank records showing I sent it to you.
Yeah. Yeah.
Let's start there.
Right. Mm-hmm.
And I was happy to. I'm
Yes.
happy to I'm happy to support your cause. I think
And you
it's
did.
wonderful.
You
I
did. You
know.
did. You did it financially, which
It's
isn't
fine.
anyone's business, which is fine. But
Yeah,
then
it's great.
everyone saw, if anyone's been following this or watching any of the stories or any of it, you know what she was doing out there. How is any of that in vain? And it's ridiculous. I just
Yeah, I
can't.
was actually really surprised. I mean, like super big tangent here, but um on the other podcast I kept saying like, how are you so mad at me? But I'm like front and center on your website still.
Mm-hmm.
So when I said that on the podcast, someone must have been listening, obviously.
Sure.
And then I was taken off the website. Like,
Yeah, I just thought of
quit
that.
being an idiot, dude. I know. So, it's like this, like ebb and flow of like really fun, family, cool, like
Yeah.
family friends event. And then all of a sudden I'm getting like shot by these like crazy emails and it's insane. And I have so many cool things going on right now that I just have so many cool things going on right now that I don't want this. Like
Yeah.
it's just such a waste of like um brain cells. Like
Sure.
I feel like an idiot reading this stuff. I literally feel like I'm reading like fucking cartoon bullshit. I'm like, you literally
Think of
talked
the
into your phone and you were like, write me an email that says, I'm mad at you and you are, and then Chat GPT comes up with some fucked up bullshit and you copy and paste it into an email. Like, I know what you're doing.
yeah. Think of the worst Lifetime movie you've ever seen or heard of. Think of a courtroom scene. Imagine that. Imagine the words spewing, and especially as any attorney out there sitting out there and going, it's not even close to how things go. You know how like when cops watch cop shows and they're like, what is he even doing? That's not even not even
That's
a thing.
actually a really good
It is. And that's what this
comparison.
and that's
Is
what it sounds like.
Lifetime.
It is. It's like the most dramatic, not even close to being realistic correspondence. I just don't. And it's just, it's sad. It's sad. It's ridiculous now. I hope I never see this kid.
You're like right on though, thinking that it was Lifetime. I actually haven't even
Absolutely.
put those two things together,
Yeah.
but
Yeah.
yes.
Yeah. And we joke about that because we watch those and we like those and we know the ridiculousness of it, but yet for whatever reason it entertains us. But yeah, the way this is playing out sounds just like that. It doesn't even match.
Well, and it's like
not
a
even connecting.
it's like a teenager
Yeah.
because he like sleeps all day. And then it's like in the afternoon is when the like response comes. And it's like, oh,
Yeah.
it's like 2 o'clock. Is he awake yet? Because we
Yeah.
haven't heard anything. Then they start coming.
Sure.
It's like, oh my God, like fucking get a life, dude. Like, go get a job. Go get
Yeah.
a job and you wouldn't have to like worry about any of this. Like, I'm actually working all day. I don't have time to deal with your like dumbass email responses. Like, this is getting so stupid.
Yeah.
And then in one point, at one part in here, and I'm just going to throw this out there because we've talked a lot about not only ourselves having, um, mental health things, but my son being autistic and being like mental health advocates and all this stuff. In one of
Mhm.
these emails, he responds by saying, your client tried to capitalize on a situation for financial gain and business advancement because I have autism. I, I don't even know how to respond.
It's just a play to make people feel bad for him.
Feel
That's what
bad.
that is. Not you, but everyone else.
Yeah, I don't feel bad.
No, because you know better. You know what he's doing.
I do know better. I have an autistic son. I have a
Mhm.
handicapped cousin.
Mhm.
I have my own mental health issues, and
Mhm.
in no way, shape, or form do I ever make anyone feel sorry for me or that I couldn't get a job that I have because I'm handicapped. Like, I'm sorry. Not gonna go down that road.
Yeah.
And I work in mental health. So I'm
Yeah.
not playing that
It's not
game.
going to fly. No.
No. Yeah, it's crazy.
It's insulting. It's
Little
insulting
bit.
to obviously to you, and obviously it's insulting to me, and I'm not even part of it. But that it's insulting to anybody who is on that kind of spectrum to
I was just gonna
hear
say it's
somebody
insulting to
use
people
that.
like my
Mhm.
son that
Yes.
like he's never gonna be like so he can never be anything. Like
Right.
he's gotta be he's gonna be handicapped for the rest of his life. Like he can never go get a job. He can never, yeah, he's gotta do all this stuff to be worth something.
Right. To get attention or to. Mhm.
No way. This stuff's gonna be on a placard and I'll be like, don't do this. This will be lesson learned.
Yeah.
Um, but this just goes to show, like, um, Jared always says, no good deed goes unpunished or something like
Yeah.
that. He always says stupid stuff like that to me. And I'm like, no, fine. I totally get it. But I'm still going to continue doing the things I do for the people that I do
Mhm.
it for.
Yes. The goal at
And
hand.
yeah. And I don't not appreciate this guy. I think he's got a good thing. I just think he needs to find his purpose or re-find it. I think he's a little lost. I think he dove a rabbit hole and um, I just think that he's a little lost right now, and that's okay. But
Yeah. It's unfortunate in so many levels. And in the end, yeah, you're suffering right now dealing with this BS, but the people who are supposed to be being served right now by him, you, anyone else, or who's suffering because he's spending his time doing this.
he's claiming I'm the reason he can't serve the people.
Right.
Yeah,
Because you're now also serving people.
I know.
It's like Walgreens and CVS, like, you know what I mean? Like they can even figure out how to work to have structures on the same street. And this guy can't figure out how to share. You know what I mean? Like,
Abercrombie
whatever.
and Fitch and American Eagle,
Mhm.
Dillard's
Yes,
and Macy's,
exactly.
Target and Walmart.
Yep,
I could go on for hours.
exactly. Safeway, fries. Just
Albertsons.
right.
Yeah, I could literally go on for hours about how dumb this is, but
Apple and HP.
I know.
Apple and see, which I know.
Mm. Oh my god.
You get my point.
I do. Oh my gosh, so how is Enzo?
Enzo is crazy. He is so fun. He is so funny. He's so damn cute. Why are they so cute?
I know, with their little eyebrows.
Their eyebrows and those sad, like
I
hound
know.
dog eyes, and his giant clunky feet, like awkward. he's just, even his little barking and his little whining, it's like we laugh because we're just like, you are ridiculous. You just sound too adorable to get frustrated with. Now when he gets bigger, starts barking and going crazy, that's going to be annoying. But right now it's just freaking adorable. And I just love how he goes from 0 to 60 and then reverses. So like that dog closes his eyes, it's over. Like you can pick him up, touch his eyes, play with his feet. He's not going to budge. He's out like a light. And it's so crazy. So cute.
I know. I think that Gunner is like the same way. He doesn't bark a lot. Like it's like very rare that he barks.
Yeah.
But when he does, it's like so cute. And it's like he's barking at one of the other dogs.
Mm-hmm.
And then you're right. We were talking about they whine when they're like tired or when they want like out or something like that, but then it stops almost immediately. But yeah, just the cutest. Oh my gosh. I can't wait to get them together on this little like puppy play date.
I was just telling Brian, I'm like, I can't wait to see them together and see if they remember each other, which they've got to, right? They've got to have something they got to remember. And just to see how they interact with each other immediately and what they do. Because it sounds like already they have the same mannerisms for the most part, it sounds like. So it's going to be really cool to see them, especially for an extended period of time, if you have it to spend, like to see like them go from 0 to 60 and back. See if they respond the same way, because it's hilarious when they're exhausted and he gets frustrated, and it sounds like Gunner does too. He gets frustrated, he starts whimpering, and then he like can't get comfortable and he's flopping around, and finally he just sighs, and then he's out. It's just like this routine every time he goes to bed, and it's so funny.
I know we take him everywhere, so I'm nervous to we like literally take him everywhere we go.
Yeah.
So I don't know if I can make this like last hurrah party because,
bring him. Bring him. She keeps saying wants me to bring mine over for the kids, which I will eventually, because I want him to be socialized around kids, because there's no little kids around here. So I want to socialize him around the kids and other dogs. We've already started other dogs and people, so they don't grow up to be little assholes.
Yeah, ours we like literally take him everywhere we go eat, so we can sit on porches with him. Every house with like other kids and dogs, and he literally just lays around. He follows me everywhere. He just like follows me everywhere.
Aww.
I don't think that they're gonna have a bad temperament, to be honest, but yeah, because it's still at house A, right? Original.
What do you mean?
It's at the original house that we were going to, right?
Is it?
I thought so.
No, I thought it was going to now be at house B. Unless it's changed and I didn't know. We'll have to circle back to this later.
Yeah, I had no idea. You guys, this is like the last hurrah of the SWAT team. I'm not going to say the last hurrah because I know these guys will get together, but it's the team getting together again at the end of this month, and it's been crazy stupid trying to plan this date is the only way to describe this.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't know. In the end, I think it'll be good. Is it next month?
No, this month.
It's this month?
2 weeks.
Oh.
I know.
All I know is that I found cotton candy Jell-O, and I am making cotton candy Jell-O shots with cotton candy Pop Rocks on the top.
Wait, but are you going to make them so nasty like Mathena with like wine or champagne or vodka? I think she put like a mix of everything. I didn't taste them, but I heard they were nasty.
Yeah, I liked them, but I I like all those things except for tequila. I'm not crazy about tequila, but I think she's going to do some tequila because some people just like that, and then vodka for everyone else. I'm just going to do vodka because that's all I have here. I don't even drink tequila usually. I'll drink it in like a margarita or something, but I will not ingest that any other way if I don't have to. I'm not a fan. But yeah, I found like she said she was going to make some Jello shots, and I'm like, oh, that's cool. And then somehow, some way, I came across in my rando deep dive ADHD, whatever you want to call it, onto Amazon one night, and I come across Pop Rocks. I'm like, I haven't seen a Pop Rock in how long? And they were cotton candy flavored, which I love. So I'm like, oh, these would be great. And then I find Jello. That's like, I'm like, oh, that would be amazing. But think about that. So I'll have to make some virgin ones for you.
Hmm.
So when you have the Jello and then the Pop Rocks, I'm anxious to see if they still pop when they're put in the Jello.
I was just gonna say, I wonder if it even stays. I wonder if it
Puppy?
stays hard.
Yeah. Guess it depends on how gently you treat it.
Does it stay hard, or do they get soft when you
Do they
get them
still
all
burst?
wet?
Do they still burst in your mouth? I don't know.
Does it stay hard, or do they get soft when you get them wet?
I don't know. But once they go
Do
in
they
your mouth,
burst?
do they still get that reaction where you go, ooh, what was that?
Yeah.
You
Do you have to suck on them to get them to
Yes,
pop?
pretty much. Yeah, you can't just stare at it.
Hey, Stanley, look at us supporting you.
So beautiful. I love that yellow.
I
I
know.
want to paint my nails that color, actually. It's pretty.
Yeah, it's like a banana.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Here we are talking about popping in mouths and bananas and shit.
Bananas. Yeah, it'll be fine. It'll be fine. Yeah, I think it's at Medina's house. I thought last I heard. And so yeah, anyway, but so back to the beginning. I think if so, you can bring the puppy. It'd be a perfect opportunity.
Oh, I feel like there's gonna be too many people.
Well, I mean,
Be all clingy. And then like Matt will want to like touch him the whole time.
mm-hmm. Yeah, I can use it as a reason to you gotta go if you want to leave
Split early.
if you wanted.
Oh my gosh, that's so true.
Yeah, I'd bring mine, but I get too much. I mean, I've been taking him places. I've been walking him. Actually, we did a doggy play date with one of my neighbors. She's got a puppy
Aww.
that's 7 months old, and it's a double doodle.
A what?
Double doodle. I don't know. It
What
looks
makes
like
them
it.
double?
I don't know. Why is it not just a doodle? I don't know. It looks like a golden retriever with the long legs of a golden doodle. She's really cute. She's super cute. But we all met at the park, three neighbor couples met at the park by our house. And it's the first time we did this with him outside of when he met Luke. And literally he plays so well with Luke that we knew he'd be fine. It's just he's nervous at first, like, but he's very respectful because he knows his size. So he's very like, throws himself on his back and is all submissive. But once he realizes they're comfortable, then he gets comfortable anyway. These two dogs ran around chasing each other, like off leash. I was able to take him off leash and they didn't go anywhere. They just ran around circles of all of our chairs. And then he would like dive under the chairs to hide. And then she would do the same. And they were just losing their mind. That dog was exhausted for 2 days after that.
Aww.
It was really cute. I should have gotten video of it, but I was so enamored with it all. And then as it got dark, of course, I got all nervous because, coyotes. So if I were to bring him to a party, I would just be paranoid the whole time that somebody would step on him or he'd go out the front door, although he didn't run off the park. So it's just my neuroses.
Yeah, well, I mean, Gunnar gets like interested in the front yard because the dogs go out in the front yard and he gets interested and he like goes in the front yard, but he does explore a little bit further than the other two. Like he He tries to push some limits and, like, explores further, but
Yeah.
I just think with so many people around, like, no one's watching them the way we do, and so it just takes, like, one person to, like, not watch them, and then they walk
Mhm.
further than they're supposed to, and that's what I don't want to happen because he doesn't, like,
Exactly.
listen real great yet, like, I can
Yes.
say his name and he, like, turns around, but it's not like he's gonna come to me, you know?
They're very stubborn too. Have you noticed? Like,
Ours pick does yours pick up shoes? Ours, like, literally picks up shoes,
um,
looks at me, and just,
yes.
like, walks out the back door, and I'm like,
Like,
"What are you
what are you gonna do?
doing?"
What are you gonna do about it? Yeah. Oh yeah. Yeah. He'll do that. And then you put it down. No, no, no. You do this, you turn around, he's walking back up to it, looking you in the eye, like knows exactly what he's doing. He keeps going after. I have those, like these fake plants, and inside the pots are these like little filler, like fake moss stringy things that I have to get rid of now because he's obsessed with pulling them all out. I
Mhm.
kid you not, we not yelled, but like, no, 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 bad, you know, all the things. And he goes off and he pouts. And like we turn for 1 second, he runs back in there. One time I was like, no, no, no. He ran off and then came back with a mouthful of it from another plant in another room. Sexy.
Ours is well, he's unstuffing things. Okay, so this is funny. I was on the couch and I was doing homework.
Mm-hmm.
And so I was like sitting with my laptop in my lap and I was like typing. TV was on and so I couldn't I mean I could hear plenty, but I was like typing a paper and he was like sitting on the other side of the couch and he had been asleep. And so I was like all dogs were asleep. And next thing I know I like just turned my head just a little bit and I was like, "Oh shit. No." He had unzipped a pillow, like, not a cushion, but, like, a couch pillow, and he unstuffed the entire thing, and I was like, "No." So I'm like, "Damn it," and I, like, put my computer down, and I stuffed the pillow back, but then Jared gets home that night, and I was like, "He unzipped the pillow from the zipper and, like, unstuffed the pillow." And so then he was, like, biting on the zipper, like he knew that that's how he unzipped the pillow, and I was like,
I
"Damn
know.
it."
So smart.
They really are when the
Yes.
breeder told us, like, "Oh, they're very smart and they can be, like, really mischievous if you don't, like, redirect them. Every time you catch them doing something, like, redirect them or they're gonna keep, like,
Oh
doing
yeah.
it." It was
Persistent.
sort of yeah, it was sort of like, "Ha, ha, ha." Like, I have a German Shepherd at home, he can be mischievous. This is on a whole different level,
Oh
and
yeah.
they're only, what, 11 weeks old?
Almost. Mm-hmm.
This one I mean, I catch him carrying my books around from my bookshelf right here. I'm like, where did you get that?" And they're tall,
Yeah.
so when he stands up on his back feet and he gets
Stretches.
something
Yes.
and he gets something off a shelf, I'm like, "Come on." It's
Yeah.
usually shoes that I put up somewhere.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, they're really funny. He's
They are
really
funny.
funny.
I can't wait to see Gunner and see if he, like you guys, this dog, they're called a Catahoula leopard dog. Louisiana Catahoula leopard dogs. That's where they originated. Now, I am convinced now, because I really don't know how they named it, what they named it, but it's got to be something in the way their body looks because his tail curls like a feline. He walks like kind of like a leopard. He looks like a
Like,
feline from the
low to the
back.
ground?
Yes, and like
Yeah.
just the way he moves, and then his tail too. Is like is Gunner's tail curled?
Yeah, so it, like, kinda goes under his butt most of the time, but it curls up at the end.
Yes, it's so like a cat. It's so now from the front, that is all dog. But I swear, if you look at them from the back, I'm like, that's probably where they got the leopard part because it kind of with their weird spots, and then also with the way they move, it's very feline and it's kind of funny.
Yeah, I don't I the so the vet was like, "I don't know if he's gonna change colors." He's like, "He could stay this color or he could get some of the light color that comes in." And I was like, "Oh, I want him to have spots," but then I look at him sometimes and I'm like, "You are getting a little bit lighter." But then I look at him and I'm like, "You're really tall or you, like, get bigger every day."
Yes.
And I'm like, how big are you going to be? He's got to be like upper 20 pounds already.
Yeah.
He's giant and he eats like an animal.
And then they're not full. It's like, where's it going? Your stomachs can't be bigger than this.
And but is Enzo like just eating? Like he just eats?
We don't
Like he
free
just wants to
feed.
eat? Oh,
Yes. But when we do, we don't free feed yet because I don't know how we're going to get the big dog. We just can't figure that out right now. They were just so used to meal times. But yeah, you give it to him and he gobbles it down and it looks like almost too much food. And then he's looking at me like, more, like not done, not satisfied, even a little bit. Terrified his little stomach's going to explode. But he burns it off. He must be burning it as he's eating because I never see belly.
well, what's funny, I was telling Jared, we keep filling up. We have like a big water dish, like one of those really big,
Mm-hmm.
big round water dishes. Like the waters keep flowing through. And I fill that thing up like a few times a week. And we didn't even do that when Apollo was here, the other shepherd.
Yeah, he drinks a lot. What
Yeah,
is
and
that?
then I don't know. We have to get like a dog door or something because I can't leave my back door open. It's fucking summertime.
Yeah.
And I'm like, this dog pees all the time and it's clear because he's
Yes,
drinking a fucking gallon of water every
exactly. I'm so
I'm
glad.
like,
I'm glad, but I'm so glad it's happening to you too. It's something I forgot to ask you because he's been doing that. He's just peeing so much, and it's like it's so clear. I'm like, oh no, do you have a UTI? Do you have like what happened to Mocha before he passed? Like where it was just so much urine and guzzling water. But I think it just must be a puppy thing or this breed or something. I just don't remember with any of my other dogs ever.
nope, he's just drinking the whole damn water dish every time he gets water.
The sleeping too, man. Look at this picture. Let's just put it up on the screen. I can figure that out. Um, this dog sleeps crazy, and it cracks me up. But I will wake up with a foot on my face, like in my eye or in my damn near my mouth, curling around my head. I mean, you name it. Let's see. Where are you? Okay.
Oh yeah, you sent that to me.
So cute.
I love him.
That's him on my pillow above my head. Yeah. That's what I like about him. He's also he's independent and he'll go off on his own. He'll play on his own. If Luke doesn't want to play with him or if we're busy, he will go off and do his own thing. He's completely fine with that. But I love how he's also very affectionate. So he's not just a loner, he's both. He's like the best of both worlds, which is cool. Because I was worried that he's going to be too independent when she said that they were really independent, and especially him. She said that they were going to be not real interested in us. But
Yeah.
he's very, very affectionate, and it's equal. He loves us equally. In fact, if we're sitting somewhere, he'll come over and give me all his love, and he turns and he does the same thing to him. Like he's got to be fair, or he'll lay
Yeah,
next to me for a while, then move.
ours does the same thing. He like kind of jumps around the couch and he finds like a place to be.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. But
So
he like
cute.
says hi to everyone. He's
Mm-hmm.
not, you know what's funny is he's not super affectionate with the kids. Like he goes and says hi to them, but he's not like as affectionate with the kids as he is with
Mm-hmm.
Jared and I.
Kids have that wild energy, you know.
Especially one of them.
Yeah, yeah. So I think he's just a little apprehensive, and he can figure you guys out. The energy is way calmer.
Yeah, yeah.
If he's bigger, he probably will when he
I
feels
know.
small.
Yeah. Oh
I
my
don't
god.
know. I don't know. But yes, that wedding, guys, so beautiful.
Yay.
So beautiful. I love that location. I had no idea that even existed here. I mean, I've been to that farm place before, but I'd never been to a wedding there. And it was so pretty. And at night with all the lights, it was gorgeous. You guys, I keep comparing it, and don't get mad at me when I say this. I'm sure somebody said it. Don't get mad at me. It was very Twilight wedding. Did you ever
Yeah.
see it? Okay. Brian
Yeah,
hates
no, it
it.
was.
Love
But it
that movie.
was.
Fall, just so gorgeous to look at. And it just reminded me of that. I was like, this is the prettiest thing I've ever seen.
Most people, so my mom was like, I I've lived here my entire life, and I didn't even know that this was there.
Yeah,
And so I was telling her, like, I think that's the beauty in this. And then, Hayden's dad had some family that was from up north, and I was like, this is sort of like the best of both worlds. Like,
sure.
she kind of gets like the trees and the ambiance of that, but we didn't have to drive 3 hours
3 hours.
to,
A
yeah, be able to
destination.
enjoy this. Yeah. It
It
was a
was
little
really
warm.
pretty. It was during the day, but once that sun went down, it was perfect. Perfect. But if it wasn't for all those trees, I mean, it was warm, but we were doing stuff. If we were just standing, talking and stuff, it would have been fine. But I think because we were doing things, it got too warm and the way we were dressed. But
Yeah.
it was fine. It was fine. Once that sun went down, it was just beautiful. I wish we could have stayed longer. It
Yeah.
was
It
so
was
nice.
actually, it was just, it was so nice. So minus the mosquitoes, it was beautiful.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh. I still have mosquito bites.
Do you?
Hmm.
I didn't get any that night, but I actually got some last night or the night. Oh, the night we did the puppy thing with the neighbors. I got some there, but I didn't get at the wedding, which I'm surprised. Usually I do. Maybe I wasn't
Yeah.
there late
They like
enough.
my blood.
Like your blood. That's what it
Yeah.
is, right? It's a blood type
I
that
think
they
so.
I keep hearing different things on it. So tell me what was the highlight? Not the highlight, because there's lots of highlights. The whole thing was a highlight, but was there like the funniest moment of the night?
Um, I don't know that there was like
Surprising.
I don't know that there was like a funniest moment of the night. I think that, um, I think that probably, were you guys there for the speech?
From
Jared.
no.
Oh, okay.
You're gonna have to send us that.
He has it. So I think he has the speech,
Aw.
and yeah, that was probably the best part. And so,
Aw.
yeah, like when you hear it, you'll probably be like,
Oh, for sure. I know
yeah.
for sure. I teared up during that, and I don't usually get that way around in weddings and stuff like that, but it was just so sweet and beautiful. And oh yeah, definitely.
Yeah, I mean, I don't usually like wedding. I mean, I'm not a huge wedding person, and um but his speech was like, like I was saying, it was just one of those things where it was like every moment of her life from when he
Yeah.
was her dad and she was very young. And so it just meant a lot for him to, like, you know, say all of those things about her and every moment
Oh.
he had with her, that we had with her. Um, yeah, so that was probably the one thing that was like,
Mm,
that was hard to hear. Not hard to hear,
yeah.
but it was like,
Sure. Gut
yeah, like
emotional.
this is real. Like she got married. Yeah.
No.
Yeah.
That's so sweet. I love that. I wish I had seen that in person. I love that. I would have been bawling that right there. Anything father daughter, forget it. It's over. Because I never did any of that. Well, I got married, but I didn't have a wedding. I've never had a wedding, and I'm fine with that. I was never really big about that, but even going to them, I'm not super enthralled with. But this one
Yeah.
was so beautiful, not just because of it was her and you guys. It was everything about it was just so amazing. But I wish I had seen that part, because that's the stuff that I love getting to see. Like the only thing I was envious about not having a wedding, I was watching my sister's wedding video. She got married long before I did. I think she got married in 2008. I was looking at that video, watching that again, and the only thing I wish I would do differently just to have one is just to be able to have my dad there, my mom there, have those photos. My grandparents, both my grandparents were still alive for my sister, so they were all there, and that chance is gone for me. So that's the stuff that that's the stuff that really matters: the family and the speeches and the love and that gets
Yeah,
me.
that was the biggest. I mean, I knew I knew it was probably not until I was like kind of pointing out who was who there, but there was so much family
There
there
was there was a
that
lot.
was like my family
Mhm.
is just my family. Like my family was very small actually. But then Hayden, because Hayden's biological dad and I are divorced. There was
Mhm.
his whole family. Then there was her her fiance's family, obviously, and
Mhm.
then or her husband's family, but then I think someone in that family was a divorced family for his mom.
Yeah. Yeah. Mhm.
And then like there's Jared's family. Then Jared's family is a divorced family, his mom and dad. So
Mhm.
there was that. Like there was so much family there and it was just crazy. I thought it was super cool too that um some of the friends that Hayden grew up with on my side that had, had this like big part of her life um being young when she was like little and, in her like little to like teenage until she was almost graduated high school. Um, they were coaches at the gym for me and Jared, and not just, I mean, they were more than that. They were friends and
Yeah.
um, they were there. And so it was just such a big, like, it was just so fun to get to see that. And
No.
um, yeah, it just all kind of came full circle. So it meant a lot that those people were there.
It was so cool.
Yeah. Yeah. It was just yeah, weddings are kind of a cool, not like the wedding part.
Yeah. It's not the. It's like, yeah, it was beautiful. The scenery was beautiful, but it was so like it was about what it was supposed to be about. You know what I mean? It was
Yeah.
beautiful. You guys did a great job, but it was also simple. And it's, you know what I mean? It was,
Yeah.
and its simplicity was beautiful. It was just so good. It was just so, so good. And it took all the focus, even though it was gorgeous, it really wasn't about any of that. You could tell it wasn't about any of that to her, you guys. It was about them and it didn't take away from the focus of them. And I just think it was great. I think it was so good.
I know. Yeah. I can't lie that I'm glad it's over.
Well, sure. That's a lot of work and a lot of stress or anxiety because you want everything to go well and the planning and the whatever. I get it. I
Oh
get
my
it.
gosh. Our event's coming up.
You guys, who's coming? Come on, y'all. I think we have a few seats left.
Yeah, we have yeah, I think we've got probably a few seats left.
Yeah,
It's
it's a
filling
few
up pretty.
hours. It's just a few hours, middle of the day. It'll be indoors. Don't worry about
It's
that.
indoors. We're
It's
feeding
indoors.
tacos.
Yes,
It's at
and
the
it's a
Santan Brewery.
and it's a great, great speaker message. Um, if you are a parent or you have friends with kids or you teach kids or you are around them in any way, shape, or form, even if you're not, just to be a responsible human being and learn about this stuff and keep your eyes peeled for other people too. You know what I mean?
Yeah, she's rocking and rolling right now. She is it's Detective Heidi Chance. She is doing all sorts of events. Um I think that having the opportunity to see Heidi speak live, share her knowledge with all of us about the dangers of sex trafficking, um, this is a big deal. So yeah, if you are available, um, check out our website, hit us up on Instagram, make sure that, you let us know if you want to be a part of this event. Like Lisa said, our space is limited. We've got a few seats open. May 18th is the event. It's at the Santan Brewery in downtown Chandler. Again, Heidi Chance is the speaker. Like I said, she is like literally rocking and rolling right now. She has done so many events, and I keep a close eye on all the things that she's doing on social media and all of the podcasts that she's on and the information that she's posting out there. I really try to make sure to repost and share everything that she's putting out there because it's a big deal.
It is a big deal. I don't think anyone realizes how close this is to home. Everybody assumes this is stuff that goes on in other larger cities or other countries, even, or around certain times of the year. No, it's like it's right outside your door sometimes, and you have no idea, and it's shocking to hear, but you need to hear it because people, I think too many people have blinders on.
Yeah, and literally with these, young kids and, even, like, younger adult kids, I don't
Mhm.
think they recognize the dangers of, uh, what this is. I don't
Yeah.
think that I don't think that we even did, before speaking with her,
No.
understood the, like, true nature of what goes on here, um, in our state with
Mhm.
this. It's terrifying, and, yeah, I think education is key here, and so, certainly if you guys can make it out, that would it would be wonderful. It's not gonna be the first or the last,
Mhm.
event that we do like this, so, education, education, education on this
Mhm.
kind of stuff.
Yep, it's a win-win for everybody. It's free. It's free. I'm not charging anything.
It's free.
It's
It's
free.
free.
It's free. Knowledge.
It's free,
Yeah.
and we're feeding tacos.
Yes. Yes.
Who passes up tacos in education? Yeah, I
Right?
mean, come on.
Not us.
I know, not me. Yeah. If someone said tacos, I'd be like, "I will be there what time? Tell
Yeah.
me when to show up."
Yep.
Oh my
Uh,
gosh.
it'll be fun. It'll
Well,
be,
I know.
I mean, fun. Yes, it'll be fun, but the message isn't fun, but it's necessary and important. Um, it always, because you like to think, or at least I like to think, and you're probably the same way too, because we have a little bit more knowledge and experience with family members and spouses of the things that go on out in the world, the dark side of the world. So it always grabs my attention a little bit more when there's something that I knew about but truly didn't know as much as I thought I did. That's when I know, like, holy shit, because I'm pretty aware. I like to think I'm pretty aware of things that are going on and what to look out for. But how big this actually is, I did not know. I did not.
I know. This is one of those things though that, I was hearing someone that she, did an interview with, and they were kinda saying, like, and I hope I don't take it out of context or, completely wrong, but she was doing this interview with someone, and it was like that most people assume that this stuff happens overseas, and that it doesn't, that it's not like happening in the States or happening in their state.
Hmm.
And I truly believe that. Like, I truly think, and this sounds so stupid of me, I'm like a huge fan of the movie Taken. Like,
Yes,
I know every line in that movie.
that's exactly what I was thinking of when you were talking.
I know. I know every line in that movie. And so when people think of, like, sex trafficking and, like, that's probably what their mind goes to, is that
Sure.
that's how this happens. So it's like these young girls or girls fly to other countries, and that's when they get, you know, taken and hooked
Hmm.
on drugs and all these things happen. Well, it it's not. It's like prostitution. Like,
Hmm.
it's happening here. Um I just think that using the term sex trafficking and prostitution like, get confusing.
The lines blur a little. Hmm.
Yeah, yeah, because I think prostitution is realistically the same thing.
Sure. It's just yeah, it's forced. Sometimes it's not their own will to do that. And yeah, and sex trafficking, you just assume it's a grasp out of your arms, thrown into a car kind of situation, but it's not always like that. There are a lot of different methods, like things she's going to talk about, methods that they have to get in contact with your kids. You can have it sounds to me, you can have every filter and whatever on your kid's phone, every not filter, every safety app tracking, whatever. These people know how to get around that. And she's going to explain what to look for and what to tell your kids to look for. That's another big thing that I am excited to follow her on is how she's able to talk to the parents on how to talk to the kids, right? So already you have a couple things you got to tell your kids as they're getting older that I'm So glad I didn't have to do the sex talk and the, you know what I mean? Who would know how to have this kind of talk already? There's the say no to drugs, say, you know, but the sex trafficking, how do you bring that up? How do you, without terrifying your child, how do you
Oh,
say, you know what I'm
easy.
saying?
Yeah. Well, okay, so I had 2 girls, right? And my oldest married, she's wonderful. She was a simple kid. My youngest, um, it's different. Like, I think it's like the clothes and the internet. It's very different.
Yeah.
This one, um, she kinda, like, pops out of the house, and she'll be in these, like, big baggy jeans and this, like, little crop top that I don't even know where she got. That's part of it,
Yeah.
and it's like, I'm super modest, and so I'm like, "What are you doing? Like, what are you wearing?
Hmm.
What do you mean?" And I'm like, "You you heard me, like, where are you going?" So, like, seconds go by, and she's, like, walking back out in front of me, and she's in a hoodie, a zip-up, like, hoodie.
With that shirt under it.
And so Jared's like, "We know you're gonna take that off."
Yeah, it's
And I'm
94
like,
degrees
"Bitch, no,
out.
you're not." Right? But I'm like, "Why are you dressed like that to go to Fry's?
Hmm.
Like, put on a t-shirt and some sweats." But I'm, like, super realistic, and I'm like, "Why are you walking to Fry's? Like, what do you need?
Yeah.
A bag of chips?"
Hmm.
Like, and I will straight say to her, "That's how people get taken. You don't need to go to Fry's."
Sure.
She's like, "Mom, you're so stupid." And I'm like, "I'm not stupid. It's real."
Hmm.
And then I sort of, like, sit back and I'm like, "I live in fucking Gilbert,
Yeah,
but it could still happen."
absolutely.
I just yeah, it's we always tell them, like, if anything, fight for your life, be so annoying that someone's gonna bring you home.
Yes. Just talk and talk and talk and talk and talk.
Did you know that there was a trooper that got kidnapped and that she was so annoying that they dropped her off?
I feel like, did we talk about this or got brought up? I hadn't heard of it before. I don't know the details, but I feel like we chatted about this a little bit. Did it
So it's a
really happen?
real I swear it's a real thing. Imagine how embarrassing that is.
Yes.
Like, you were a female highway patrol trooper, you were as annoying as fuck, and they stole you
Yeah.
and brought you back.
Well, the fact that they took you from the beginning, I don't know.
All of it's bad.
All of
You
it's
got
bad and it's
you
awful,
got taken,
but goes to
and they
show
brought you
you,
back.
you can know all the things. You could be a cop. You could be you could have your own gun. It doesn't matter. It should still happen.
I don't know what's worse, that she got taken or that they brought her back. Or maybe that's the best part is that they brought see she's like, "See, kids?"
This could have been a strategy all along. So, I mean, I
I
don't
don't
know her.
know. Not if you ask the boys. The
Oh,
boys
really?
be like, I don't know, you have to get the full story.
Yeah. This
Maybe
is
we
what
need
it,
to report on this.
yes. I need the details on
But
this.
I do. I share that with the kids. I'm like, "You fight for your life and be so annoying that
Mhm.
someone wants to bring you home."
Yes. And anything can be a weapon if you want it to be. Phone
That's
cord. Hmm.
true. Ew, can you imagine, like, having to strangle someone to death
I thought about that. We talked about that in Costa
or
Rica.
stab them?
Yeah, that's the one that gets me is stabbing knives. Of all the like things I've seen, and
If I had to save my life that way, I would do it, but I would be dry heaving the whole
mhm,
time that I was trying to save my own life
mhm.
because I don't think I would be able to do it.
Yeah, I've seen some pretty awful like things where I worked before, and a lot of that was, it's awful. But the only thing that gets me, like makes my stomach hurl a bit, or just all over, I feel it myself, is seeing a knife wound, a stab. Something about that is so gnarly to me. It's so, I think also you have to be so close to do that.
That's what I mean, and you have
You
to
know?
feel it.
Yes. Like all you feel if you shoot somebody is you pulling that trigger. But when that's both you feel that. And my dumb ass, my clumsy ass, I could hurt myself walking in my backyard. So I would for sure be hurt worse than this person.
What happened to you, ma'am? Well,
I
someone
tried to
broke in. I
I
got my
grabbed the knife,
knife.
but I grabbed the
I
wrong end.
ran. I ran with it. I tripped over the dog.
Stabbed myself.
Stabbed myself. Called 911.
Yeah. And they got away.
They got away. My dog ran away.
There's blood everywhere. They're gonna be like, "Are you making this up?" You ever heard those like
No.
fake those stories? And they're just like, "Okay, these people are pulling a prank." There's a show. See my brain on Netflix. It's a documentary about this couple who their home was invaded. They tied them up.
Oh,
Did all
yes.
yes, and they didn't believe them because the story was so extravagant.
About the goggles, and her hair was in the goggles.
Yes,
But it was real.
it did. It happened, but the whole time they're like, this is very Lifetime. Did this really happen?
I felt so bad watching
Yes.
it because I was like, "Oh my gosh, is it real? Is it not real?" And then when I got to the end, and then they were married afterwards,
Yeah.
they got married. I was like, "Oh gosh, that has to be so awful for the police officers that like thought that they were lying this whole time. Like,
Right.
how horrible of detectives were you that right away you decided that they were lying to you, and that's the rabbit hole you went down that whole time."
I can't blame them, to be honest with you. After hearing it, I can't blame them one bit, but it's a shame. Yeah, that would be hard to have to really weed through that because sometimes they are not lying.
Stranger things have happened.
Yes, and they will continue to.
I know. Look what I'm going through right now.
Yes, it is bizarre.
Can't make this shit up.
Nope.
Oh, well, you can if you chat GPT it.
I mean, I think I think we just accidentally fell into a screenplay we can write for a B-level film or Lifetime. Hey, we got a story for you. I haven't seen one of these movies before.
That's what we should do for our next episode. We should just be like, chat GPT, please write me
A screenplay.
a screenplay, and then we should read it.
Yeah.
In erotic voices.
That's right. Let's describe.
That's what. Hold on a second. Hold on a second.
Just keep going. Okay, you're gonna do it. Do it.
Yeah, because I just gave myself a good idea.
Yeah, I like it. I know where it's going. It's
Do
good.
you?
I do. It's good.
All right.
All right.
Hold on, everyone. I think I may have to. I may have to do this for a second. Ready? Going black.
You're still not gonna be able to keep a straight face.
Probably not. Additionally, we reserved the right to represent each client that we have assisted as plaintiffs against your clients. Over 100 plaintiffs, staff, and clients intend to file a class action lawsuit, as each of us have been affected by the actions of your client.
It's too good.
I'm getting steamy reading that.
I know.
I have to do it.
That's good. But hey, you know what? At least we're laughing about it. At least we're able to now make laughs about it.
I have to make it a little deeper.
Mhm.
Like,
Yes, especially some of those big
That we're
big
gonna
words
touch.
that
We're gonna touch everything that this
yes,
encompasses.
servicing.
We're gonna service all of you.
Yep.
359 people hard.
That's what's gonna happen.
Mm. Well, that was fun.
Yeah, that was good. I like it.
You're welcome.
Thanks.
Welcome, everyone. I should have Steve read that for us.
Oh yeah, that's coming up
Yes.
this weekend. No.
Yes. Sunday.
Yes. Very exciting.
Mm-hmm.
Very exciting.
I know.
That's gonna be a lot of fun. I'm looking forward to that.
He's so funny.
Yeah. Is it gonna be everybody?
I think it's just a few of them, I think.
Are they gonna be together in person? Or are they gonna be like this, like we are?
I'm not sure if they're going to. So this is another podcast that we're recording with
Yeah, sorry guys.
with someone. So I don't know if they're going to be virtual, if they're going to be together.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, we'll just have to find out. He was like online trying to get all of these like really goofy, stupid questions about women. And I was like, what the
For
fuck
us
is
to
this?
answer?
I don't know, but I was like, what the fuck is this? And so he's like, he was like, podcast content. And I was like, you're stupid.
Oh my God. I can't wait.
I was writing him back. So yeah, I don't know if that's content for this weekend or if it's just content in general that they were trying to ask questions to like their audience, and I happened to like bust into his DMs. So we'll see what it
That's
is.
great.
But yeah,
I'm
so we're
excited.
recording this weekend with them, and
Mhm.
I'll have to steal some short clips from him and see if we can
Yeah.
get them posted to you guys. But yeah,
Yeah, that'll be really fun.
I know.
It's the first one, right?
I think this will be maybe their first or second like official full episode. I'll have to go back and
Yay.
look at it. Yeah. Yeah.
That's
So
really cool.
it'll be nice and fun to see
It'll
that.
be fun.
Yeah.
Think the opposite of us. That'll be
Dudes.
the dudes. Yeah. So not opposite,
dude.
same, but the dude side.
The dude version.
The dude version.
The
Mhm.
dude version.
Like back in the day when we had our dudes on. We got that.
I know. We need to talk them back into that.
No.
See if they'll do it.
Yeah. Maybe
I'm sure we could talk them into it.
I'm sure. Jared will. And I'm sure we can get Jared to talk Brian into it. I can't talk Brian into it. I mean, I could, but he'll pretend he
Maybe
forgot.
if you can hold the puppy.
Oh, yeah. He's so good with the puppy. Oops.
Maybe then he'll do it.
Yeah. Yeah. And that's what we'll do. And, I think that we should, when you guys come over with the puppy, we should do a little live or a little reel or something with our puppy reuniting the sibling reuniting. Where am I going? It's gone.
Yeah.
I lost it. You know what I'm getting at. Yeah, the puppy's reuniting after being apart for a couple weeks.
I got
seeing
you.
Seeing what that's like. I think it's gonna be fun.
You.
It'll be good.
It
shall be good.
Yep. All right, girl. Well, I better go. I gotta get my life together.
Yeah. I need to. What I need to do is sleep, but that ain't gonna happen. So I better just get back to my list of 901 things I need to do today.
I know. I'm in college still, so it's like I should probably finish schoolwork.
I'm glad that's not a thing I'm still doing.
I know. You finished your master's. I'm trying to be a master at mastering my master's still.
That in itself deserves a degree. The preparation in itself.
That's what I need a master's in, is getting myself to sit down to actually do it and not Google other shit while I'm sitting down working.
To teach if somebody could teach me how to compartmentalize my brain like men do, for the most part, that would be the next big thing right there.
I know. Yeah. When I figure that out, I'll be gold.
Yeah. And any of us do. Imagine the possibilities. I mean,
Hasn't happened yet.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
All right. You guys have fun. Sound like everybody's waking up over there.
Oh, can you hear my noise? Yeah,
Mhm.
it's just noisy here. All
There
right,
it goes.
everyone, we will be back with you next week. Do not forget to head on over to our social media sites. Head on over to Instagram, like us, love us, and share us, and do the same thing on our YouTube channel.
Mhm.
Like, love, share, leave us some comments on there. If there's anything that you want to hear specifics on, any cool interviews you'd like us to do, if you would like to be interviewed by us, please hit us up, send us an email, leave us a comment, and we'd be happy to have you on the show with us. Until next time, we will talk to you guys later.
Bye, everyone.
Bye.